This story is about a child whose father sacrifices his child's body parts to demons to make himself king and for the prosperity of his village. The name of this anime is Dororo. Spoilers ahead, relax and enjoy. The story begins with a warrior named Lord Diego, who had been worshipping Lord Buddha for the last 12 years, but even after doing so many prayers, he did not get any result, and after giving up, he went to the Hall of Hell, which is a very famous place in his village, to communicate with the demon. Going inside the hall, Diego sees a man sitting there. That man explains to Diego that if he compromises with the demon, then he will definitely get hell after death. Lord Diego tells that man that the Buddha is not answering any of his prayers and he has no other way left except to compromise with the demons. Then he attacks that man twice with his sword and kills him. Lord Diego tells those 12 demons that he is the king of a small village named Ishikawa, and many people have died due to an epidemic in his village, and all his crops have been destroyed due to floods, and if such situation continues, all his dreams will be shattered and what he wants will never be fulfilled. That's why he doesn't want to depend on the gods, and he has come here to make a deal with the demons. Diego tells those 12 demons that if you protect my land and let him rule over that whole country, then he is ready to give them anything in return, and then a lightning falls and blood comes out of Diego's forehead. On the other hand, we are shown the wife of Diego who gives birth to a child. In the beginning that child is absolutely normal, but then a strong lightning falls on that child, and seeing the condition of that child, the old nurse there runs away. Diego quickly goes to the room to see his child, and as soon as he removes the clothes from that child, he sees that the child doesn't have eyes, nose, body, skin, hands and legs, but that child is alive. Diego realizes that the demons have accepted his deal and starts laughing out loud. Then Diego gives the child to that nurse and asks to throw it away somewhere. Diego's wife tries to convince Diego to leave this child alive. But Lord Diego does not listen to her and tells her to have another child. Along with this, he treats his wife very badly. Only then Diego's eyes fall on the statue of Lord Buddha, which was broken during that lightning. Diego's second wife tells him that Lord Buddha may have sacrificed his idol's head to protect this child. In the next scene, we are shown the same nurse who has come to throw the child into the water, but she cannot muster the courage to kill the child and puts him in a boat and floats him on the water. But as soon as when that old woman looks back, a huge demon eats that nurse. After a while a blind man comes there and he feels the presence of that demon. As soon as that demon reaches him to attack, the man takes out his sword and cuts the demon in the middle. Only then he senses something in the water and he does not know whether it is a human or a demon, and he feels that it is a cursed thing. That is why he goes from there without paying attention to it. The story shifts ahead 16 years and we come to know that the child has survived and is carrying a sword around his waist and is on his way to a village. In the next scene, we are shown a child named Dororo, who is selling stolen goods in the middle of the market, when the owner of those goods comes there, seeing which Dororo escapes from there, but after a while they catch him and beats him very badly. Then Hyakkimaru, the cursed child, comes there. He is standing on a bridge and sensing a demon, but Dororo and those people standing below do not understand that why Hyakkimaru is there. Then a demon comes out of the water and eats all 3 goons, and the demon is about to eat Dororo, but Hyakkimaru comes there and saves him. With the help of his sword, Hyakkimaru destroys the bridge and kills the demon. Dororo says thank you to Hyakkimaru for saving him, but he does not answer him because he could not speak. Just then Hyakkimaru's body starts trembling and his mask falls down, and we see Hyakkimaru's skin regenerate due to defeating the demon. The scene shifts to Daigo, who notices a thunderbolt very similar to the thunderbolt from 16 years ago and is reminded of Hyakkimaru, so he quickly enters the Hall of Hell and sees one of the demon's statue has been broken in the middle, and he gets very scared seeing this. Due to the same epidemic and lack of water again in his village, he suspects that maybe the deal he had made 16 years ago has been broken. Then we see Hyakkimaru and Dororo, who are going towards a village. On the way, Dororo asks Hyakkimaru whether he can see and hear or not, and how these blades are fit in his body and how does he fight so well. But Hyakkimaru doesn't answer him and just walks silently. He is very hungry and starts eating some berries from the bushes, and by the evening they both camp by the same river. Dororo tries to talk to him, Actually, Hayakimaru can't see anything, but his color is visible so that he can recognize his enemy. He also had superhuman strength, because of which he was able to fight. The color of Dororo's soul does not indicate any danger, and that is why he allows it to stay with him. The next morning we see that Hayakimaru is fishing, and only then Dororo comes to know about a job so that he can make a lot of money, and he takes Hayakimaru with him. On the way he tells him that some monster has created havoc in a village and all the travelers who come to visit that village suddenly disappear, but Hayakimaru does not hear anything, but still he is with him. After some time they reaches that village and Dororo tells the chief of that village that we have heard that the people of this village are in some trouble and they have come here to help them. Dororo tells them about Hayakimaru, that how he defeated a huge demon. The chief of that village offers them a place to stay and some food to eat, and they are resting in a room, but a monster comes there and Dororo is very scared to see him. He asks Hayakimaru to kill him, but he does not give any reaction, and after a while that monster leaves from there. Next morning the chief tells them that Lady Bandai wants to meet them. They both meet the lady, but on seeing her, Hayakimaru takes out his sword and tries to attack her, but all the villagers come and stop him and imprison them both in the storehouse. Dororo scolds Hayakimaru for what a nice woman she was and you tried to attack her, and then we see an old man. The man tells Dororo that maybe I saw your friend before. He also tells him that he is blind with eyes, but he can see the color of any person's soul. Sensing that a creature's hand comes out of one of the wells and Hayakimaru attacks him with his hand, they go to the other side of the well and they see Hayakimaru going towards the Lady Band's room, and that the old man sees the color of the lady's soul as red, which is the worst color. The lady turns into her true form and attacks Hayakimaru in the form of a demon. Then the chief of the village comes there and asks the lady demon to run away from there. Then Dororo and that old man say to that chief that you already knew that the lady is a demon. The chief tells that if he does not listen to that demon and does not give him a chance to eat the traveler and demon slayer, then the demon would kill all the villagers. That is why the chief kept this thing hidden from everyone. The scene shifts to Hayakimaru and the demon, where Hayakimaru kills the demon. Actually, that lady is in the possession of that demon, and along with killing this demon, the Lady Band also dies, and seeing this the chief becomes very sad. Dororo finds some coins lying in the ground that belong to the same travelers who were killed by the lady demon. Then the chief tells them that they have no means of earning money and whatever money they got by killing those travelers. After a while the three of them leave and Dororo apologizes to Hayakimaru for misunderstanding when he attacked Lady Band. And after a while Hayakimaru writes something on the ground, and that old man feels that written thing and tells him that your friend's name is Hayakimaru, and that old man remembers everything about Hayakimaru. We are then shown a soldier who tells Diego that our neighboring village has declared war and sent many soldiers to attack. And Diego's suspicion becomes more confirmed upon hearing that the deal he made with the demon 16 years ago is now falling apart, and sends the messenger to the Hall of Hell to investigate. Here in the Hall of Hell, another demon statue is broken, due to which Hayakimaru's bones regenerate. Now we will know the backstory of Hayakimaru, that how he was able to survive in his childhood. We are shown a scene from 16 years ago, where there are many dead bodies lying on the battlefield, and we are shown a soldier called Juko, who were the leaders of Lord Shiva's army. That man is crucifying all the bodies very brutally, and then his wife tries to stop him, but a soldier of his army kills her and Juko's wife, and seeing this Juko first can't believe that his wife is dead. He is unable to bear this shock and falls down from a cliff, but Juko survives and after a few years becomes a doctor and treats people for free. All the villagers consider him as Lord Buddha, and he is accompanied by an assistant who respects him a lot, and that servant's name is Kaname. Kaname is going to Juko with some woods from the forest when he meets a small child. She tells him that a samurai has cut out one of his arm, and Kaname quickly takes the child to Juko. Juko treats the child, and on the way back, the child's mother tells Kaname that before becoming a doctor, Juko was a samurai and also the leader of Lord Shiva's army. Kaname asks Juko if it is true that he was a samurai 16 years ago. Juko tells him that he was saved by some foreigners after falling off that cliff, and that he went to their country to train as a doctor so that he could atone for his sins. But Kanem tells him that his father was also there in that war with Shiva army who was brutally killed. Juko is shocked to hear this and Kanem angrily moves towards Juko to kill him, but Juko tells him to just let me cure that child, after that you kill me, but Kanem is very sad so he throws his prosthetic leg there. Juko goes after him to find him, but on the way he finds a boat lying with Hayakimaru and Juko finds another purpose to live. The scene shifts ahead 1 year and Lord Diego's wife gives birth to another child, which is absolutely normal, and Lord Diego announces that he will take over his kingdom after his death. The scene shifts forward 6 years and we are shown Hayakimaru and Juko. Juko keeps Hayakimaru alive with her medical skills and prosthetic parts and raises him, and we learn that he named this cursed child Hayakimaru. Then one day Hayakimaru is walking in the woods when a demon attacks him, but Juko comes at the right time and saves him. He can't keep with him forever, so Juko teaches him to fight, and after practicing for 10 years, Hayakimaru becomes a trained demon slayer, but when he kills a particular demon, he grows a real leg. Juko can't believe his eyes. Juko fits Hayakimaru's sword into both arms and gives him the locket he found hanging around his neck 16 years ago. Then Juko hugs Hayakimaru one last time and sends Hayakimaru on a mission to kill the demons. The story shifts to the present timeline where we are shown the priest and Dororo. What the priest tells Dororo that maybe a few years ago someone might have made a deal with the demons in exchange for Hayakimaru's body parts. Just then Hayakimaru comes over there and puts his foot in the fire, and we come to know that Hayakimaru now has the power to sense pain. I didn't think that 4th episode very interesting, but just know that in the 4th episode, Hayakimaru's hearing power comes back, and due to the hearing power coming back, he hears the sounds of the world for the first time, which is a good thing. And a bad thing too, because hearing so many voices at once makes Hayakimaru unable to distinguish which sounds are important and which are not, and it's hard to processing auditory information. All of them are sitting near a bonfire when a giant bird attacks, and because of hearing so many sounds, Hayakimaru is unable to focus on that bird and he has to struggle a lot to fight that bird. And Hayakimaru, who defeats big demons, gets beaten badly by a bird, but at the right time that priest comes there and kills that bird and saves Hayakimaru. Dororo tells the priest that Hayakimaru's hearing has returned and he has become weaker because of it. Dororo tells Hayakimaru to bring some medicines from a nearby town, but the priest tells him that the Sakai clan has betrayed its own comrade and a war is about to break out between them, so it is not safe to go there now. Then Hayakimaru falls asleep from exhaustion. The next morning Hayakimaru hears a very sweet voice. He follows the sound and we are shown a girl named Mayo, and she is singing a song. Hayakimaru approaches her and Mayo asks him about his condition, and as soon as he says this, Hayakimaru falls on her and becomes unconscious. She takes Hayakimaru to her home and treats him, and the priest says thank you to her. Mayo tells the priest that Hayakimaru is not alone, there are many more children like him who lost their parents in the war and now they have no place to live, so they all live together. Those kids offer food to all 3 of them and ask Mayo to rest. Dororo notices that one of them is washing clothes and goes to him to help, and the child tells him that Mayo is very hard-working and rests during the day after working the night shift. That's why no one bothers them during the day, and on the other hand the priest goes from there to find a safe place to escape from the Sakai army. On the other hand, we are shown Lord Diego, whose kingdom is slowly getting destroyed as his friend Sakai starts a war against him. Moreover, for the last 1 month there is no rain in his village, due to which no crop grows and the people of his village start starving again. This is where our part ends, and if you want to know how Hayakimaru will get back his body parts and kill demons, then please wait for next part and please subscribe. Love you all, have a nice day.